Do you have stretch marks, scars from your childhood, stubborn acne, hip dips? If you said yes to any of the following, congratulations, your body sucks. In fact, you should be ashamed of yourself. This is the body you're supposed to have. This is the body that is acceptable to society. No skin texture, a tiny waist, and a perfectly flat stomach. Which, how the hell do people have that 24/7? Nowadays, this is the only option. People want this type of body. People want this iconic Kendall Jenner body, which isn't even real, I might add. I've seen the reality picture. This is just such an extremely different body standard versus what the main influencers back in the day looked like, such as Marilyn Monroe. Everything was the literal opposite. Marilyn had curves and didn't have the typical hourglass figure look, and I loved it because she had rolls on display. And instead of people calling her disgusting and revolting for having human features, people called her rolls womanly and sexy. And if you look at it, Marilyn actually posted in comfortable and realistic positions. Girls nowadays post the most weirdest, non-authentic photos of themselves. Like, bruh, who stands or sits like that? You can tell like these women are just posting in a specific position because God forbid their waistline disappears or a roll comes out. When you go on Instagram, all you see are these pictures of perfect photos of girls, perky boobs, hourglass skin. But one click on Google would show you the reality. These girls are guilty of photoshopping their pictures to the max, to the point where like you can't even recognize them anymore. And it's like, what was wrong with these photos? And also, what is up with the whole like thighs not touching? Why is that a thing? Do people not know that it's perfectly normal for your thighs to touch? But recently there has been like an extreme problem in society. Well, there's always problems in society, obviously, but this one is extremely annoying. If you've been following my channel for quite some time, you know that I make, videos about the beauty standards and how women like have to navigate through that and whatnot. We all know that one day one body type will be trending, and then the next day or next month the literal opposite will be trending. But recently it kind of has been feeling like multiple things are trending at the same time. It's like on one side, curvy yet like slim bodies are what so many people want, and on the other side of the internet, ultra thin is back in. Like, for example, I've been wanting to talk about this woman for the longest time. There is this influencer, I believe her name is Gracie. I have never seen someone get this like extreme of a BBL in my entire life. This girl literally gave herself the biggest booty ever and the smallest waist to contrast with her butt. Oh my gosh, that girl's butt is huge. That is crazy. How do you like survive life like that? So Gracie used to actually be overweight, and she went through a major weight loss transformation, and with a combination of that and plastic surgery, she now looks like this. This woman, I literally see her everywhere posting these insane thirst traps of her gigantic butt trying to squeeze onto a chair or a plane, or she posts videos of her working out and like climbing on a bench or something like that, or sometimes she's just like walking. She even posts videos of her wearing something like extremely provocative that most people on a day-to-day basis like don't wear, and then like go trotting around the city or wherever she is, then makes like a whole post about it saying like, oh, look how horrible people are treating me, like no one should be laughing at anyone, people need to be nicer. And I'm just sitting here in disbelief and extreme annoyance of what women will do for attention. The biggest shocker about all of this is she said that her entire body from head to toe is 100% naturally God-given. She was just born and she was just built like that. Where are the cameras? Am I being punked or something? Am I on the episode of What Would You Do? Are you kidding me right now? My question is that do you really think that we're that stupid that we would believe that? Like, girl, there are pictures of you on the internet that show otherwise. But also, even when she was overweight and she had like this curvy extreme figure that she claims that she has, it would have been like showing. Even like if you're overweight, like you would still be able to see those like natural extreme curves, but you don't see any of that because it would just like, you would still see her curves, but it would just be like a bigger version of that, if that makes sense. And we see that like after you lost weight at the beginning, it looks like she had a BBL, but like the results weren't as prominent. Then all of a sudden, like you just magically got bigger hips and a tiny waist overnight. And you're saying that all that's natural, including your boobs too. But yeah, we have before and after pictures. Like I'm sorry, but your titties didn't look like that before, girl. Like, no. Like, how are you gonna lose weight and then your breasts like double in size? Like, explain that to me. I really wanna know what's the secret. Normally, when you lose weight, women actually tend to lose like a little bit of a portion of their size in their boobs, because obviously like when you are losing weight, you're gonna lose your a little bit of your breast size too, but not for her. That's not, I guess, science and anatomy doesn't apply to her. But anyways, moving on from that. on the other side, I've seen it all. all. Like I've seen people with like their entire body filled with like piercings and the whole like blackout tattoos and stuff like that. Like I've seen it all. And so like I think that it's, if you want to do that with your body, that's fine. But at least like be honest about it. If you know me, you know, as long as you're honest and just come clean, then it's okay. If you just were to come clean and be like, hey, I got a BBL, I got plastic surgery, I've got fillers or whatever, so I want to make myself look like this. Girl, you do you. Like that's fine, whatever. Well, you know, some plastic surgeries I don't agree with, but overall, like if you're being honest about it, girl, do it. But the fact that she's lying and she really wants us to believe that she was born like that, honey, you're not fooling anyone. I'm sorry, but no. So on the other side, we of course have Ariana Grande. She's like been extremely trending and she's been in the forefront of everything and all the news articles and all that. You know, we've seen that she's become noticeably more thinner, and by the time Wicked came out, she looked completely different than ever before, and people started to become worried about her, and they started saying things like, are you eating? What happened to you? And she actually had to come out and explain that like she's actually in the best shape of her life, and the body that everyone was comparing to wasn't her healthy.
I just wanted to address your concerns about my body. The body that you've been comparing my current body to was the unhealthiest version of my body. I was on a lot of antidepressants and drinking on them and eating poorly, and at the lowest points of my life when I looked the way you consider my healthy, but that in fact wasn't my healthy.
And sometimes I feel like people forget that all bodies come in different like shapes and sizes, and also the fact that people think it's okay to speculate about people's bodies. This is why like I would never want to be famous, and even like now, like I think being like a YouTuber and stuff like that is so like cool and whatever, but it also comes with like people speculating and assuming things about you or twisting your words and stuff like that. And I hate that, but it's like it comes with the territory. Like if you're gonna be online for the whole world to see, like people are gonna say stuff, right? Madison Beer is also someone extremely well known for her body. She's a singer and a songwriter that has been accused of getting work done on her body for quite some time now, and I don't know if they're true. I don't know if she has gotten work done or not, but every time I talk about Madison Beer on my channel, I always make it a point to talk about how like she has a body that literally a lot of girls want. She has a flat stomach, the thigh gap, the perfect skin, the long voluminous hair, but at the same time, other people think that she just might be too skinny. I just feel like when it comes to society, like you'll never be enough. There's always gonna be just something that people hate about you, which is why I feel like so many people are just like so insecure within themselves. Look at everything we have to measure up to. No wonder people are getting copious amounts of filler and getting boob jobs and bleaching their skin and getting BBLs. The beauty standard is to simply just not be happy with how you look and to always want more. Like that's the beauty standard. I don't know about you, but I'm so tired of just trying to fit into this impossible beauty standard. Like I'm tired of feeling jealous of not looking like this or that. I'm done with girls lying about going from a size AA to a triple D and then saying they were born like that and it was God-given. I'm done with it all. I'm just gonna accept myself for how I look and move on. End of story. And I hope you guys will too, because you're never gonna be satisfied with your body if you continue to try to, you know, do this trend or that trend or keep up with this or that, because it's obviously not getting anywhere. We've been doing this since day one, ever since social media was a thing, and look where it's gotten us. Nowhere. It's not worth it. It really isn't. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please leave your comments down below, like this video. Check out my other videos on my channel. I upload every single week, so I'll be back next week for you guys. Bye.